What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James. I'm going to be talking to you about Decentraland, a huge land sale that occurred earlier this week, and fundamentally what that means. So, before I get into that, as always, I update the spreadsheet. These are the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel that I thought would absolutely crush it in this bull cycle. Had you invested $100 into each one when I released the videos, and you're still holding those bags, you'd be in profit for 68,800. Add in the 2,600 you invested, you'd be sitting on 71.4k. I've held them all, closed positions on them all, and I've reinvested into new cryptos. If you want to see what I'm in, you can check out Copy My Cryptos, where I share my portfolio. One that keeps outperforming the market, one where my biggest holdings are primed for some explosive gains. And to be honest, they've had some explosive gains as well. There's also some wicked opportunities for quick flips and everything else. And if you want to be a part of that, we're offering a Black Friday deal, or Black Friday weekend deal, I guess now. You can get a trial, 7-day trial on the site for a measly $1. If at the end of the 7-day trial you do not want to continue and have a membership, you can let my team know and I will refund you that dollar, no problem. Okay? I keep banging on about this, guys. The bull cycle is going to end. Bank your profits along the way. Get a nice, tidy fund behind you, because you live well. It's nice as well. You sleep better. Genuinely, it's bloody nice. But then when the bear cycle kicks in, stay in the market. Everything's on discount. It's 2 years of being in Black Friday mode. You can slowly dollar cost average into your positions on great quality coins and make investments that could set you up for life. I found Phantom in the bear cycle. That's up 414 times. So if you'd have just put in $1,000, you'd have had enough to buy a house outright. So all I'm going to be doing is finding those coins, and I'll share them with the Copy My Crypto members. So like I said, if you want to be a part of it, check it out. Right. So let's talk about what happened in Decentraland. So MANA, Decentraland, had a huge sale of real estate on Decentraland. And the token obviously at an all-time high. Decentraland's token pushed a record high on Thursday, hitting $5.84. Right now, Decentraland is retraced somewhat, but everything retraced yesterday during the Black Friday, day, I guess. And, other little bits of news that came out. Now, what I want to particularly point out is the actual piece of news. So, tokens.com, which is has a subsidiary known as the Metaverse Group, that bought a patch of virtual real estate in the Decentraland Metaverse for 618,000 mana, equivalent to around 3.2 million at the time of writing. $3.2 million on virtual land. Obviously, that's led to a run in a number of different cryptos as well. We've seen a lot of Metaverse tokens run very well. Sandbox's Sand went to record highs after Adidas teased a partnership between the two companies. Axie Infinity went up to around $140. Gaming is definitely going to be one of those growth areas and may very well be bear cycle resistant. We don't know. NFTs and gaming tokens, true gaming tokens, have not been in the space for the last couple of cycles, not truly. So we don't actually know how these are going to deal with the bear cycle. It's very interesting. But what I want to talk about is the actual land sale. Now, that land sale, we've seen a number of times. We've seen land within Axie Infinity. We've seen land within Sandbox, obviously Decentraland, sell for huge sums of money. And we are beginning to see that on multiple platforms. And what I wanted to point out really is there is an opportunity there. Now, it's like with anything, guys. Whenever you're making any semblance of an investment, and obviously it's not financial advice, but measure what you can afford to risk. Because what you've got to be risking is what you're happy to lose outright. Not happy, but what's not going to change anything for you. Because the point I sort of want to make is there are so many Metaverse tokens coming out. No doubt there's going to be scams within them, okay? Because that's part and parcel of what happens in a bull cycle as we do see these, Okay, but within the metaverse space, there are going to be some games that come out that end up being monsters. And if you can catch the right game, and I'm not saying that's easy, but if you particularly are a gamer and you know quality when you see it, then looking at purchasing a piece of land is something that could change your life. I mean, make no mistake about it, this is like that level of money that was spent on the piece of land in this game. If they bought that from one individual, that's probably changed that person's life. And there's opportunities within. You know, I've seen a number of cryptos that have had launches recently on land sales and stuff like that. I think one that I saw recently is Network with a V. And they had land sales and transport sales. They seem like they've got a very integrated game. I don't know what the fees or the cost was of the land, to be fair. But if you end up purchasing land on a game that ends up running into the top 100 and hugely adopted, you could end up retiring off of that game. So it's something I wanted to highlight purely on the basis that I know there's a lot of gamers in the space, and I know there's a lot of people that watch my channel that are intricately play games constantly, right? So if you're someone that's interested in that space and you're going, you know, I understand what makes a game attractive. Because me personally, guys, I just like playing. You know, I'm a first-person shooter kind of game. I don't do too much beyond that. You know, FIFA. I play standard games that everyone else plays. I don't do much else because I'm looking at graphs all day. Right? I'm looking at graphs and reading white papers. You know, there's a limit to how much I want to look at a screen after a while. But you know, I've got mates that are phenomenally into the gaming, and they could tell me what a good game is. If you guys know, and you can find a coin that's got that huge potential, and you get a piece of land early doors, that could change everything for you. So it's something to bear in mind. I certainly wouldn't be buying land at high, ever, on any of these games. Certainly none in the top 100. What I'd be looking at is finding that next big thing, right? So scour the low cap gaming cryptos, and if you find one decent and you've got the money that you can afford to lose, because a lot of games disappear into the ether because people aren't adopting them, people aren't playing them, then you've got to be prepared to lose that money. But could be incredible. Something to consider. Obviously not financial advice, but it's something to consider. I like this, by the way. Sam Bankman-Fried, who is FTX's co-founder. He has actually talked about in a crypto crash, the coins with the best real use cases survive the best. 100%. It's something I've actually wanged on about for a while. Fundamentally, there are tons of risky assets, okay? I do firmly believe that there's been far too much emphasis put on news about the virus on Friday. I think that's not going to affect the market like people are suggesting. But I can't talk about it because I don't want to lose my channel. But one thing that you want to see is a crypto that has a use case. You really do. Okay, token utility is vital, because if there's a reason to use it, then it will survive. You know, Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, they're obviously small rivals to Ethereum because they can support smart contracts, but they've got huge followings and they've got real use cases, and they'll survive these bear cycles without problem. They'll still retrace, but they'll come back with a bang. They're proven winners. And that is absolutely something you want to look out for. When you're in a bear cycle, you want to look at something that is a proven winner that's got a legitimate use case. VeChain is one that, like, everyone should keep an eye on, because if that retraces like mad, that's a bloody winner. Phantom will probably retrace dramatically. That's a proven winner this year. Jesus Christ, is that proven? But the cryptos that are going to survive are the ones that have a legitimate use case, a utility for their token, a purpose for it, and an ecosystem around it. That is so vital, and they're the first coins in a bear cycle you look at, not your Doge or your Shiba or anything else, right? The first thing you look at is a crypto that's got a purpose, because if it has a purpose, and if it's got an ecosystem, and if it's got a following, and don't get me wrong, Doge and Shiba have a great following as well. Yeah, I'm not discounting that at all. Following matters. But first thing, utility. Second thing, ecosystem. Third thing, following, for me. They're the three of the most important things you're looking for whenever you're thinking about the bear cycle. Yeah, it's worth bearing in mind. And he does say a point that I agree with as well. He says, I think the ones that seem more hype-driven often crash the hardest. But when you look at projects that either have a lot of real adoption or the potential for a lot of real adoption, those are the projects that loyalists are going to be backing even during bear cycles. Again, that is a fair point. And the hype-driven ones do crash the hardest, no doubt about it. But something to bear in mind. Because there will always be more crashes, there will always be more bull runs. And as he said, there's going to be substantial institutional adoption of cryptocurrencies over the next few years. I have no doubt about that. But anyone that's suggesting we're not going to hit a bear cycle because more institutions are in are mad. We're still going to have a bear cycle. And then there's going to be opportunities. But Sam Bankman-Fried, I keep saying his bloody name wrong, is right. Utility, ecosystem he missed, and community. Those three things matter immensely. So keep that in the forefront of your mind if you're still around here during the bear cycle. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope you are all keeping very, very well. If you're new to crypto, you can check out Copy My Crypto. Like I said, we've got a Black Friday weekend deal. So you can get 7-day free trial, 7-day trial on the site for $1. If after the 7 days you don't like it, you don't want to carry on with a membership, you let me know, I'll cancel your membership and I will refund your $1. But in that time, obviously, you can see what the benefits are of being a member. You can see what I'm holding. And yeah, you can check it out. And as I've said in this video as well, we're going to hit a bear cycle at some point. Please bank your profits along the way. Not financial advice, but you'll sleep better. I bank profits along the way, sleep better, because I know during the bear cycle I'll find winners again, and I'll make those retirement investments again. And yeah, if you want to know what they are, because the Copy My Crypto members will, you can check it out. All right, take it easy. Bye-bye.